Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be back, and this is already December 2024. It's the end of the year, and what a year it has been, and certainly 2025 is going to be one hell of a year. And personally, I've been looking forward to that year for many years now because I've always felt that it's going to be pretty special. It's kind of a tipping point for humanity and the future of this planet. But I will be talking about that more in detail, obviously, for my 2025 forecast in January. In this video, I wanted to talk about the great karmic purge on a collective and individual level that is happening. And I wanted to talk about that last month, but something else came forward, notably the harp fairy tree. And by the way, thank you so much for all your loving and kind messages concerning the tree and Mother Gaia. So I will address this in this video, and it has been going on, this karmic purge, probably since the end of the summer, last summer, for some of us, and obviously it's ongoing. So we might experience or have experienced something like really sudden events happening and things that really trigger like traumas. So sometimes it can be really felt like violently, depending on the karma that we carry. Or it can be like felt like a huge, intense emotional wave it's almost like, overwhelming us. Also, it can affect our bodies. So this kind of fatigue that we can feel, I was talking about last month, it is not directly connected to karma, but it can be a consequence of this karmic purge, because obviously when we are purging, we are liberating things and we are transmuting things, then the body needs to also adjust, and we can also feel this tiredness and fatigue. And another aspect that we might be experiencing is a kind of mind that is racing back and forth all the time, like really, really active mind. This is because the mind feels really shaken and it doesn't understand this transformation and transition that we are going through. So sometimes it's kind of, tries to really control everything. So, we have a lot of things on our minds right now, probably. And also, there's a part of the collective that's actually depressed right now. So I can really feel this kind of heaviness, sadness, and even grief, and like this kind of collective depression. And this is also something that is pretty normal regarding this process, because we are in this process of actually saying goodbye to the past, to the old paradigm. So it's almost like we know that that cycle is over, but the new cycle isn't quite here yet. We can really see it arriving, but it's not quite here yet. And we are in this in-between, and this in-between, this transition of transformation is connected to death. And this death, this collective death that we are experiencing, can be translated into feelings of depression. Another thing that is more particular to light workers is also maybe traumatic memories connected to persecution in past lives, for example. So some of us may feel really like a lot of fear coming up, or kind of really irrational, like images going through our heads that people are going to harm us or are being violent with us. So this is quite common for light workers, actually. And other themes that we might experience as light workers are themes connected to betrayal and also power struggles. So again, on a karmic level, probably things that we've experienced in past lives. We are multidimensional beings, which means that we actually coexist on different dimensional planes. So we coexist in what we call the past, the future, which actually don't really exist on a quantum level because there is only the present moment that exists. But we have other lives in the past and other lives in the future, and they kind of intermingle into the present. They actually merge into the present. This is why they can affect us also on this linear timeline, this particular timeline of what we're experiencing right now. And this is why sometimes we can also experience like back and forth movements. And I've actually experienced personally several times, and one particular time that was really, really powerful, a powerful experience where I actually really saw and experienced multidimensionality, not in theory, but actually really experienced the full-blown experience where I was seeing myself in 2 different bodies, in 2 different environments at the same time. So that was pretty amazing. So it's really important to understand how this works, and so we can understand also why it can also affect us in this present moment, and why we need to purge also the karmic ties that we still have with our past. Everything in the universe is cyclical, and we are going through right now this planetary cycle where we always talk about the precession of the equinoxes, which is a very important cycle of 26,000 years approximately. And we are there. We are at this point in time where Mother Gaia has decided to ascend spiritually. She has decided to ascend to the 5th dimensional plane, and we are following her all along, you know. So it's like she's moving, she's having her own process, but she's not waiting for us. So the souls that are ready to ascend with her will ascend with her, and the souls that are not ready will not ascend with her. And I just wanted to mention also that what we call the 5th dimensional plane, or 5D, sometimes I see that it's kind of trendy now to say that's new age, but this is something that we can see really through all various spiritual cultures and spiritualities all across the globe. Different prophecies from different civilizations, they all point to this ascension and this a golden age, as they call it. And one of them that is the most, I think, the most famous is the actually the Hopi's prophecy, which talks about the 5th world, that we are entering the 5th world, which is the golden age. We are at the end of this cycle, and we are going to enter a new cycle in 2026. So this karmic purge that we are experiencing is necessary for us to liberate ourselves from the heaviness of the karma, the past karma, so we can really enter fully into this new dimension, I should say, but also this new world that we all wish to see. And when we enter into this new era, which is also like on a smaller level entering a new year, so like with this transition towards 2025, it's almost, you know, every year it's like a new beginning, let's say. It's not about setting the counters back to 0. It's more like rebalancing everything, because karma is the law of balance, okay? So it's putting things into balance. And it is also the law, you know, of cause and effect. It's about freeing ourselves. It's about transmuting all the shadow aspects that can be related to karma. That is really going to help us to ascend. And that's why we are pushed right now in this direction. And also just a small word about the collective karma, which I will address a bit later in the video. But still, you know, for millennia, the power of darkness has been dominating on this planet, and it has always attacked what is the most pure. And what is the most pure is what also is closest to source. What is pure is the closest to God. And when we attack something that is pure or sacred, such as children, animals, nature, trees, like for example the harp tree, well, this really creates a lot of heavy karma. And we will see that in 2025, we will see this karmic return on a collective level for the power of darkness that has been abusing this planet. And when we say liberating the past, it doesn't mean that we should throw away all the past. It's really a matter of cleansing our past as a collective or individuals, and really seeing that all the past that has happened on this planet, such as ancient knowledge, ancient civilizations that are also connected to our brothers and sisters, the galactics, that are, you know, came to Earth to teach us. Well, all of that is not going to be thrown away, because this is actually like the bedrock of the new world. This is something that we will, and we are seeing that for quite some time now, like a kind of resurgence of this ancient knowledge, this ancient wisdom, etc. So that we will see more and more. So it's not about throwing everything away. It's about clearing everything that we don't need anymore, that belongs really to the old paradigm. And as the African proverb says, when we don't know where we are going, then we should look at where we are coming from. So if we want to go to a bright future, we also need to see and to know where we were in the past and what we can still carry with us into the future. As the year draws to a close, many of us will be spending time with our families, celebrating the festive season. So when we talk about family and when we talk about karma, we have to talk about family karma, because maybe this is going to be the opportunity for many of us to actually clear and liberate ourselves from the family karma, from the generational karma, from the family conditioning. And many of us, when we are back with our families, also it's almost like we regress to an early age where we are triggered by what someone might say to us or how they might act towards us. So what we often experience with families also, or family members actually, is that they are still attached to our old identity, the person that we were before, and they have a hard time to actually embrace and welcome the person that we are today. So this is going to be really crucial, and I will be talking about that for 2025 as well, is we have to just see that we are not here to please anyone, and certainly not to please everyone. We are not here to be people pleasers, okay? We are here to be who we are. We are here to be ourselves, to express ourselves in our truth. So maybe it's going to be the opportunity this year to actually have the courage to be ourselves with our family and to express our truths. Whether it's okay with them or not, it's not really our problem. At least we are true to ourselves. So I really invite you to, be who you are and not be afraid of expressing yourself. And of course, there is the collective karma. And the collective karma is connected to the collective unconscious. So it's really the collective shadow that humanity carries. And this is really going through a hell of a purge right now, and even more so in 2025. I will be again talking more in detail about that in my next video. But really, that's going to be a kind of huge mega purge of all the really the shadow aspect of power, of control. The hammer of justice is really coming, and we will see divine justice in action, with people, abusers and perpetrators being, judged and probably also condemned. So a lot of that stuff is going to happen in 2025, and it's kind of like the karmic return for them, for all this kind of collective shadow. And again, on a karmic level, it is also related to Atlantis, because a lot of what is happening right now on Earth and has been happening since thousands of years is really connected to the karmic ties, links with Atlantis. So since Atlantis, there has been this kind of invisible battle between light and dark, because there are these different factions on Earth, like brotherhoods of the light, brotherhoods of darkness, that coexist on this planet. And even though they are invisible to us, they have been in this battle for so long. And now is the time really where we see this emergence of the light. And again, we can really compare it to probably the fall of Rome, the fall of the Byzantine Empire as well, and the fall of Atlantis. But the difference with the fall of Atlantis is that we are not going to go through really major cataclysms or catastrophes on Earth, which, by the way, I've been speaking about a lot also these past years. I've always felt that, in the end, it's pretty easy, like this transition. I mean, okay, there are some ups and downs and we have challenges along the way, but no Third World War, no great cataclysm, etc. So we are really connected now to the higher timelines for this new era that is going to begin in 2026. So that's really, really good news. And for my part, the year 2024, especially the first part of the year, was really quite amazing. I had my book that was out, or that was published. I had also an online course connected to the book. All of this is in French for now, but in the future I'm pretty sure I will be also offering all of this in English. And of course I've got married in Japan, so that's, you know, really have so much gratitude for this year, which was really pretty incredible. And I hope that you will be able also to see all the positive that has happened for you in 2024. And I wish you a very happy holiday season with your family. And if you are alone for this holiday season, well, take this opportunity to connect even deeper with Christ consciousness within, with the heart center, and know that you are never really alone. And of course, I will see you next year in 2025 with the 2025 forecast. And I can already say that it's looking pretty good. So take care and see you soon. Sat Nam.